screen. Thank you. Wow, what a start. Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing just fine. I'm excited to finally start The Witcher. Just having to figure out why my screen changing doesn't work. And then we can begin. Okay, now it works. Fine. So how are you guys doing? I'm excited. I had some good lunch, ate Chinese food. Now I'm stuffed and ready to hunt some monsters. It took us a while to get to The Witcher 3, but I think it will be worth it. I hope that the game will run just as smooth as the other ones, and that we will have plenty of fun, because it will be a long journey. I will play, of course, the entirety of the main game, but also all the DLCs. So that will be plenty of hours. Let me know if there are any issues with the sound or any other issues so I can fix it. And now I say hi to the people who are already around. Mademoiselle Danielle, Frosty Woman, Lucy Furch. Everyone said hi. Also, big thank you to Jalian, who subscribed yesterday between streams. Thank you very much for that. That is very generous of you. And now I have to adjust my chair. So, tell me a story in the meantime. Someone. Getting too old for this. As the title already suggested, I will be playing the game on the Death March difficulty, which is the highest difficulty, because I already played the game once in its entirety, and then a second time maybe like 30% of the game on Death March, and it is difficult, but I think it's manageable. So I will be playing on Death March going forward. That means the most important change, other than things are a bit more difficult, is that meditating and resting does not fill your health bar. So you do not regenerate while resting, which means you always want to have some items to replenish your health. Now, before I talk too long and too much, I want to start the game. Let's see if everything works. Yes, and now I can switch the screens before Lucifer is screaming at me again.
I see you gather before me. Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity.
Welcome, Hypatia.
Long extinguished.
Hope you're getting better soon. Thank you for stopping by.
Yes. Their numbers have dwindled through the years, but a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Boy, that sounds pleasant, doesn't it? But that gets me hyped. The hype is real. I really like the art style of this intro. This time they didn't do a real intro cinematic right at the start of the game, but this little intro, but I really like it. It's very well voiced, and the art style of it I really enjoy. And now it can begin. As you can hear, we for those who played the games and the DLCs, in the background, this is the Blood and Wine soundtrack, because it's of course installed. I don't think I have to change anything else for now. Again, if there are any issues with the sound or any other issues, just let me know so I can try to fix it. If you don't tell me, I can't change anything because I don't have my eyes on everything. But now, let's start a new game. We want to play a fresh start, and I will go on Death March difficulty. You are truly insane and loving it. Yes, that describes me well. Looks and sounds nice so far. Thank you for the feedback, Luciferge. Let's see if that stays that way. I did some test runs earlier because streaming The Witcher 3 is a bit difficult. And it looked fine. So, of course, there isn't a superb quality like if you record for YouTube. So there is a quality drop due to the remote play and Twitch streaming, but I hope it is fine, and I don't think it's a major issue. So let's hope for the best here. Death March, yes. Show tutorials. I mean, don't jinx it, Akko. It's more than fine. Well, the thing is, the actual problem would be when we're in the forest or like lots of enemies are moving around. Then it could be a problem, but let's hope for the best. I think I will let the tutorials stay on because it's been a while since I played, and having played the other Witchers, I might get confused with the controls. So let's turn it on. Simulate Witcher 2 save. Yeah. So because I play on PlayStation, of course I can't import my save game from The Witcher 2, but there will be an opportunity during the game where we can import the major, or like simulate the major decision. You know what I mean? Decisions from The Witcher 2. And of course I will pick the decisions that I played in the previous playthrough. So, are you sure you want to start a new game? Yes, I am. I already thought that was a notification. But I changed them up a little bit so I don't get too confused. But now let's enjoy the intro cinematic. Welcome, Athelas. No need to be sorry. Luckless can be very funny, but don't tell him. And you have the ultimate Witcher experience with 2 Witcher 3 streams. I expected nothing less from you. Hey 2OP, welcome to the stream, to you too. I can be very funny, that's true. Alright, no problem. Thank you for stopping by, Toby. I think Black Morokai shared that link in my Witcher 3 channel, Frosty. Oh, bathtub Geralt. There we go. There we go. I should probably skip that, shouldn't I? Hey, Sashi, welcome to the stream. Oh, I won't skip it.
You know I don't find that amusing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
Hey Rocky, welcome to the stream. You kinda missed bathtub Geralt.
So, later then.
See you later.
Aww. Aww. Already makes me cry. I think he kind of likes it, Danielle. There we are in the game. And that is another point where... So here's the thing, I changed the notification sounds a little bit from the other Witcher because they were mostly from The Witcher 3. And I realized that if I would have kept them the way they were, I just probably get very confused when they pop up. So I changed a little bit around. So I don't get scared and have to do this thing every time. So yeah. So the main things I know, and I will just skip the tutorials. And I think most of you have played the game or watched the game in some form or fashion. And I just wanted to say that I personally don't mind spoilers. However, be a little bit mindful about maybe people who watch that haven't played the game and don't want to be spoiled. So minor spoilers are fine. Major plot spoilers, please refrain from them, because I think there might be some people out there who just want to watch the game for the first time and learn about it. Thank you for the 100 bits, Hypatia. I didn't change that because I don't think there are any Delta sounds in The Witcher 3, but thank you very much for the 100 bits. That's very nice of you. So, minor spoilers are fine. Major spoilers, please don't, because there might be some who want to be surprised. And same goes for me. I will refrain from talking about...
Hypatia beat me.
Yes, Hypatia beat you. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Danielle. And yeah, so I won't talk too much about the story in the future, but of course, like minor spoilers, totally fine. Same goes for minor backseating. Like if I miss something, some secrets, some Easter eggs or anything like that, feel free to tell me. I know the game, and I don't mind that at all. I think it's pretty cool to find out new stuff. So if I miss anything, you can tell me, but not go there, do that. You should level up like that. Other than Easter eggs and minor hidden things, I will just play the game the way I feel. Rocky saying, I've been looking for a good Witcher 3 playthrough for the longest time. Finally, my prayers have been answered. Yes, I hope it will be a good stream. I'm so excited. So I probably should get going with playing the game and show you probably the first moment where I really was blown away, and it is within the first 30 seconds of the game.
Shit. Mountain Pass is beautiful as ever.
When I walked out of here, I was blown away, because I played it on PS4, and you know how it is. It's always like, yeah, graphics on consoles are fine, but not as great as on PC. But then you walk out here, and I mean, look at this. Look at this. Who would ever need real life if you have that? Why would I ever stop playing the game? I could just stand here for an hour and watch. Watch how the river moves along here through the valley, the mountains around Kaer Morhen. It's so pretty. So, let's go back inside though. At the Yennefer, we can use our Witcher senses. Getting highlights for the objects.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
Is the how's the sound? So Athelas gets confused about which stream she's watching. So how's the sound balance, guys? Hope it's fine.
Nothing but silver.
Gold clashes with my complexion. You should know that.
Hope I figure out how to download this game from GOG so I can just leave it at this part. Yeah. I mean, there's probably a GIF out there, or maybe someone who's very good with GIFs can, like, put a loop on that from my bot. So there's Yennefer, there's her clothes. Okay, I have to catch up with Luckless today. Though, in all fairness, I think that will be fairly quick because he starts with God of War this week, so I will have plenty of time to catch up with him.
Got any clothes that aren't black
I
or
won't
white?
rush through the game at all.
Undergarments.
That thing I can promise you. Maybe even too slow for some of you. Let's
See,
talk to
I thought Ciri
Yen.
could stand to wait a little longer.
It's uninstructive, not to mention unreasonable.
I mean, we could be unreasonable.
I don't want to be reasonable.
Aha, so that's the way the wind blows. Go and train with her, then come back. It'll give me a chance to put my face on.
Of all the women I've known, you're the only one who does that before.
You've known many.
What's it matter? Only ever thought of you.
Nice save. Nice save, Geralt. And of course, we were completely faithful in Witcher 1 and 2 to Yennefer. As you guys saw, there's only Yennefer for us, nobody else. That's true, Arthurus. She really does put on a new face. Okay. Got the key. And let's move down. This is so beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm just happy to be back in the Witcher world. So for me, it's been quite some time since I played it the last time. Maybe, well, probably around a year or so. Since I did like the 30% run on Death March, replaying it. So I may be a little bit rusty, but it's also nice to be back.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. Had her taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls. Wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right?
Sure is.
How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Yeah, this is a very common scene from the books where Geralt and or Vesemir are watching Ciri training on the gauntlet. After saying, I'm glad you know enough to miss some really interesting stuff. Because I assume you mean not to miss. Yeah, you hope so, but at the same time, that's what I meant. If you see me missing something like a side quest and you know how to trigger it, you can gladly tell me so I won't miss it. So because I want to try to play most of the game, it won't be a 100% run. I probably won't delve for every treasure or monster nest or something like that, but I will do those as well when I when I find them. But I do want to do most of the quests because the side quests are just so beautifully made in this game. So if I miss something, just tell me. Witcher 3 Geralt, best Geralt, look at that hair. Ooh, there it goes, the discussion about the hair again. Don't be mad at her.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do
This
as she's
little
told.
whippersnapper.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
It will take some time until I'm able to change the haircut and beard and all. But if you have suggestions, wishes, I will gladly try to oblige those.
Now I see why you were so eager to practice.
I
Strike.
should grow out my hair to Geralt hair. That won't work, because my hair gets very curly and weird the longer it gets. And there's no way anything can contain my hair at that point. So, I'm sorry, no Geralt hair for me.
You're not in a circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think?
Nice.
All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was
The
horrible.
facial
dull.
animation in this game
I
are so
know,
great.
And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry.
They look very
Won't happen
realistic, but at
again.
the same time are not like entering the uncanny valley where you have like this strange feeling that something is off. They just look very good, in my opinion. Well, sometimes apologies are not enough.
Sorry's not good enough. You're gonna read Ghouls and Al-Ghouls in its entirety, appendices included.
No, please. I'd rather clean the stables.
End of discussion. Come on, we'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
I will skip this part of the tutorial because it's just the climbing and running tutorial.
Not this time. Believe me, you don't want to keep Vesemir waiting.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
Uh-oh, trouble.
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an Al-Ghul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Yeah, I could have said that you did the exercise.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Oh.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous. Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What
Ciri's
do you
great,
think?
yeah.
Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
I probably want to do the combat tutorial just
Should
to
work
get a
on the
sense for it
basics.
again.
Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals.
Welcome to the stream,
Ciri's
Ladius.
barely a novice.
Ladius. Not sure how to pronounce, but welcome nonetheless. Hope you're having a good day and having fun with The Witcher, like I do.
Draw your sword, Geralt.
Okay.
This'll be quick and painful.
Okay.
Quick cuts. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Yes. Strong strike. 1, 2, 3.
Position, Ciri. Footwork. Remember.
Ha! Dodged it. Woo. Look at that footwork. Oh. Now the roll, yes.
Now, parry. Ciri, see how Geralt holds his sword? It's angled.
What am I supposed
Get
to
it?
carry? Fighting a stupid dummy.
Pretend now, live later. And riposte! Strike! Counter-strike!
Oh, she's so great. It's so much fun when you get to play as her. She fights so differently from Geralt. Yeah, I really like that they have completely different style. Oh, Danielle, you're completely blind. I didn't know that. Yes.
Maybe a storm's coming.
Hitcha.
Sliced your jugular.
Now, young
Okay.
bring the day to a close. We'll go over a few witches' signs.
Yeah, that is
Let's
fine.
start with Gwen.
Athalas. Oh, Quen. Yeah, Quen. Good thing that I used that one in The Witcher 2 a bunch.
Ciri,
Let's put on Quen.
Gwen is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
Oh, really? Danielle, that's your only Witcher exposure. That's
Cast
interesting.
Igni, Geralt.
Oh, Igni.
I want to see sparks fly.
Sorry. Sparks
See?
fly.
If not for the Gwen sign, I'd be aflame by now.
Well, I hope you enjoy it then, Danielle. Hope you have fun.
All right, Geralt. Come on.
Art. The art of art.
See that, Ciri? Art will
Did that
knock
a lot in
anyone
the
or
first Witcher.
anything off balance. Destroy their rhythm. Time for Axie. Damn it. I hate this feeling.
Oh, he's stunned,
Axie
yes.
can really muddle your mind.
Oh!
Erden now. Show her, Geralt.
Erden sign on the ground.
See this, Ciri? Couldn't move if I wanted to.
Killed him. Okay. Didn't kill him.
Throw a bomb.
A bomb?
Don't worry, Ciri. Gwen will dampen the blow.
Bomb. Okay, I'm here. Hit it. Hit it. The combat tutorial is now over. If you want to continue the training training with Vesemir, to stop training, simple sheath your sword by holding left or right thing.
Fine. Enough. Continue training at will.
Hey! Whoa, that was a cheap shot, Vesemir. Damn it. Bloody rude.
Whoa.
Real life calls,
You're
I
in
catch
show
the VOD
game,
and
kid.
give Lucifer something to read later. Alright, Danielle,
Ciri, get down here.
don't worry. Have a good real life thing going on and have fun watching the
Little
VOD.
she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet? Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you. What the?
Dum dum dum.
Vesemir.
The Naglfar, the ship of the Wild Hunt.
I've long awaited this, and you, White Wolf.
No!
End of game. We didn't find Ciri. I do prefer this hair for Geralt. I think it looks a little bit more ruggish.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in a tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed.
Totally agree, Lucy Furch. I think so too.
We'll find her.
I think it just kind of looks out of place in the world. You have like this very medieval style, and then there's this very modern haircut. I don't know. Not a big fan.
I know we will. That's not what worries me. You've seen her tracks. She's at full gallop all the time. Breakneck speed through wild lands, devastated battlefields. She's in a hurry to get somewhere. Or fleeing something. Either way, it means trouble of some sort.
Be surprised if she wasn't in trouble. She's always poked her nose in beehives.
Yeah, Frosty.
Intrigues here,
I assume
mages,
so.
conspiracies there. What do you expect?
Don't know. Guess I thought once we were finally reunited, things would be calm. At least for a while.
Calm? With Yennefer?
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character.
Oh, Grandpa
Didn't end well,
Vesemir.
did it? Your dream.
No. The Wild Hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
I really like the relationship between Geralt and Vesemir in The Witcher 3, since they are such a father-son duo, and you really see how much he means to the other witches as well.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. Ah, how about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
They must meet. Soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Oh,
stuffed unicorn. Used it once or twice. In certain situations.
The things young folk get up to these days.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh. But it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
Oh, I'm surrounded. Where are they? Yeah. Oh, come on. There it starts again. My Quen spam. Didn't I? I'm pretty sure I used my silver sword. And welcome to the stream, Sarah Awesome. One more ghoul.
What now, you piece?
Yes, console. I'm playing on the PS4. Adrenaline points. Striking opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks that require and consume adrenaline points. Your adrenaline points slowly decline when you are not engaged in combat. You should have Tawny Owl for stamina regen. I'm not sure if I have it yet, but
armies pass, necrophages
I just
follow.
started, so
Let's go
all good.
before any more show up.
Yeah, vitality regen, can take some bread. I did play this before. I certainly did. More Dexter, yes. Hello, Asha. Welcome to the stream again. Yes. I know all that. In hindsight, I probably should have turned off the tutorials. I was just, I do have Tawny Owl. There it is. See? I'm very good at this, Sarah Austin. I did not forget anything about the game. Not forgetful at all. But there's also the first little, well, is it a secret? Is it an Easter egg? I don't know. But it's easy to miss. There's the crystal skull we saw in the intro cinematic.
Bird skull in black crystal. Why do I think this is Yen's?
I played this a million times. I know everything, even the hidden quest. Yeah, I played it. I said it earlier. I played through all of it, like nearly 100% of the game once, and then I replayed it on like more or less to 50%, and another time on Death March, like I'm playing now, like maybe 30% of the game. Yes, I can give it to you later. Hello, Black Morokai, welcome to the stream. We distracted him by drooling over Geralt. It's kind of true. There are a few moments you can talk to Yen, though, so you can only do it in Skellige. I've been playing on Death March, Sarah Austin. Bandits calling themselves Temerian soldiers are hiding in the nearby woods. They have been declared outlaws and a threat to Emperor's subjects. Assisting or sheltering them in any way will be summarily punished to the fullest extent permitted by imperial law. On behalf of the Emperor of Nilfgaard, Captain Peter Zar Gwynleif. Gwynleif? I think I got everything here though, for now. Can get the white model. And then hop on Roach. Roachy.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how
Witchers
useful
spend
they are
most
as
of their
creatures.
time on the road in search of their next contract. They must trek across wide valleys, climb over mountains and mountain peaks, and trudge through thick bogs. Luckily, Geralt can always count on his horse, Roach, to help him in his travels. To have Roach come to you, double press L3. Alright.
Because you can brew potions from their blood.
Yeah, I will pick up the
Because by
flowers
eating
whenever I
rotting corpses,
pass
they prevent
by them.
epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No, really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
This really looks pretty.
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you
What's
mean?
going on here?
Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Burying the
Believe
bodies
that.
of hanged deserters and
Believe
rebels is
something.
hereby strictly
That's what keeps us
forbidden.
going.
Anyone caught trying to cut down hanging corpses will be summarily executed. General Mervyn Rosen, Viceroy of the province of Temeria. What? Forever my second favorite game. So what's your favorite game, Sir Austin? I always thought that Witcher 3 was your favorite game. What could be better than The Witcher 3? No One Lives Forever? I don't even know that game. It's a shooter spy game from 2000. I don't think I have heard of that before. Had one sequel, then sort of died down because they never made a third. Okay. Cutscene?
Slow now.
Slow now, yeah. Slow down with the cutscenes here.
We going? Help me! Help!
Well, 1 point for Gryffindor. Nice one. Yeah, poor horsey. Can we get an F going for the horse? Damn it, Vesemir. You're getting old.
How's it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Press E to buy a new horse. I like that haircut. Couldn't we get that haircut for Geralt? That looks nice.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Very sensitive.
You'd like a reward, I suppose.
I mean, we are witchers. We could use a few crowns.
Could always use a few crowns.
Thing is,
The peasant standard haircut for 5 potatoes and 10 eggs.
Guardians requisitioned my goods.
It's beautiful.
Now this.
It has character.
Here.
I know, but the Discord
Back
is
to the trail.
minor.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Yes, we do. Seek a woman. Look at that glorious bowl cut. Exactly, Sash.
Yes, a woman. Medium height, long black hair. Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there?
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Ah, beast barely grazed me.
I usually
Sure.
don't
Use a good rye,
buy
nice
armor and
cool,
weapons
you
and
know,
just
straight from the
collect
cellar.
the ones that
Let's
I pick
go.
up. So you can make that coin by selling a bunch of stuff and buy it all. So now we have, of course, the bestiary. Well, we have an entry for the Griffins. Entries in the bestiary provide additional information about monsters, including tips and strategies for how best to fight them. And the one about Griffins is half eagle, half tomcat, just like on the Lord's crest. Except this one was carrying me that cow's dead of a scepter. Griffin attack witness, name unknown. Yes, I will craft the Witcher sets later. Exactly. Griffins were once only found high in the mountains, where they would hunt marmots and wild goats. When humans encroached on their lands, however, griffins soon discovered a new source of much more plentiful and easier caught prey: cows, sheep, and shepherds. I hope not Commander Shepherd. Though still wary of many main roads and towns where folk with the means to hire Witcher are like to dwell, these half-eagle, half-wildcat creatures have gone from rarities to oft-encountered pests known throughout the northern realms. Especially hated are the subspecies known as royal griffins and arch-griffins. I do have problems with peasant speech. I'm high-born nobleman, so it's hard for me to imagine the speech of the common folk. And we also have an entry for necrophages. Ghouls creep and crawl at night, eating everything in sight. In a snap they'd eat you too, chop you up for a ghoulish stew. Children's rhyme. Ghouls and graveyards are hard to describe. In part, they resemble humans, yet on the whole, they are the utter negation of all that is human. Though they have arms and legs like men, they walk on all fours like dogs or badgers. Though they have eerily familiar faces, one searches them in vain for any sign of sentiment, reason, or even a spark of consciousness. They are driven by one thing and one thing only: an insatiable craving for human flesh. Sir Akko of the Red Sox. No, I'm officially Sir Akko of Tanzania. Because, well, you know, doesn't matter. Shall we read what we have about our main characters? I think I can do so, right? Just to bring us all up to speed. Cyrilla Fiona Allen Rhiannon. What can I possibly say about her? That we call her Ciri for short, that she was born in 1251, that she has ashen hair and a scar on her cheek. All true, that's the Cyrilla I know best, the one I first laid eyes upon those many years ago, the one who seemed thoroughly, well, not ordinary, but certainly not as extraordinary as she in fact is. For Cyrilla is also a highly skilled witcher, heiress to several thrones, the last bearer of the Elder Blood, a powerful source endowed with exceptional magic talents, and the Lady of Time and Space. Her hair color and date of birth seem rather incidental now, don't they? I could also tell you she is Geralt's adopted daughter, but that would be a gross simplification. Ciri is much more. She is his destiny, his unexpected child, someone bound to the Witcher by fate's most inextricably tangled fetters. Followed age-old Witcher tradition, Geralt took Ciri to Kaer Morhen when she came into his care. There he and Vesemir taught her in the ways of professional monster slayer. It was then that her magic talents were first revealed, and they discovered she was a source. Ciri's gift proved a curse as well, because of it she would one day have to hide from the entire world, even Geralt. This game can improve people's English speaking skills. That's true, yeah. Which is funny for a Polish game. I tried not to butcher it too much, so please excuse me. Dandelion, oh yeah. Let's find out about good old Dandelion. I would wager anyone that you, dear reader, are a person of culture and taste, and therefore already familiar with me, Dandelion, and the role I am to play in the following tale. Nevertheless, allow me to sketch a few lines by way of self-portrait for the sake of thoroughness, and in the event you have spent much of the last half-century in some dark corner where the light of my star has yet to reach. Born in 1229, a talented poet and troubadour, a graduate of Oxenford Academy, a frequent performer at royal courts, an unequaled lover appreciated, and in some cases adored by ladies worldwide, a skilled negotiator and a stirring orator. Such is the image of the bard Dandelion as painted by his friends and promoters. This image is, of course, somewhat overbright in its coloring. I personally prefer to think of myself as a dedicated artist in thrall to the muse, one whose work has benefited immeasurably from the fact that I am, and forever will remain a close friend and steadfast companion to the Witcher Geralt. It is his fate I chronicled in this present work, and his story which I shall sing to the end of my days. You know I love your accent, Akko. Oh, thank you very much. We all love Akko's accent. Oh, that's so nice of you all. That Ciri entry leaves out the fact that he wouldn't have met her if he didn't save a guy on a bridge who insisted on surprise condition. The guy's wife found Ciri, and so she was what he could give Geralt, who then hugged Ciri. Yeah, that's from the books, of course. Okay, lots to read here, but I do want to get through the main characters at least, and then we have that out of the way and continue with the game in a nice flow. All witches have a great deal in common, but with Eskel and Geralt the similarities are particularly striking. They first met as two boys of the same age swinging wooden swords at Kaer Morhen. They then went through an ordeal together. The first round of selection, the murderous changes, the trial of the grasses, and training on the gauntlet, the witch's daunting obstacle course. They also received hidings together for more than one act of childish delinquency. When they became adults, they walked the path separately, but still reconvened at Kaer Morhen nearly every winter to wait out the cold, drink to their successes, and remember fallen comrades. Though Eskel never gained Geralt's renown, he equaled the White Wolf in experience and carried out his contract with care and efficiency. Death had almost taken him many times during his hunts, yet in an ironic twist, the hideous scar on his face came not from a monstrous claw, but from the blade of Deirdre Edamine, his highly unpredictable, unexpected child. Aw, Hypatia. Now you're making me blush. Oh, now we have to go through Geralt's. I need to drink a sip first. Oh. Luckless mentioned during his playthrough that it's a bit weird that there is no music in the menus, and it is a bit weird. I know that music kicks in later, but it's kind of strange. Many cannot fathom the friendship Geralt of Rivia and I, Dandelion, have shared all these years. When we first began breaking bread, there's the music, breaking bread together, spiteful tongues said he'd be better off cutting my throat and dumping my body in a hollow tree, before I provoked someone else into doing the same to us both. Those individuals spoke out of pure jealousy, for Geralt was my dearest friend, a fact which he gave ample evidence on numerous occasions. I could say a great deal about the world-famous monster hunter, the man known in Elder speech as Gwynblade, or in our younger yet no less noble tongue as the White Wolf. For Geralt of Rivia is a truly exceptional individual. A brief encounter might tempt one to label him a mere swinger of swords, a simple monster catcher, a rough and tumble practitioner of a dirty trade, but peer closer and you will soon discover he is a man of unplumbed depth, unique views, and vast world-spanning experience. On the surface, he is introverted, tight-lipped, one might even say gruff, but underneath lies an overflowing sea of goodwill, good humor, and an honest readiness to help his friends, be it with a bit of sound of advice or the masterful application of his blade. Setting aside cumbersome false modesty, I can say that I know his story better than any man alive. I was with him through hard times and good, helping with wise advice, warm words, and razor wit, kind of. As a result, I'm a vital part of his story, both in its earlier and present portions. It is thus my duty to continue my chronicles and, for the benefit of future generation, put in writing the next chapter of his deeds and exploits. Let's go to Lambert. Lambert. The youngest among the witchers of Glamorn, and perhaps the last ever trained within its walls. By the start of our tale, Lambert had proven his chops many times over, having hunted down many a mighty beast and traversed nearly all the continent's realms several times over. Yet he had also developed a reputation for arrogance and sardonic humor, and his gruff and at times excessively blunt manner would irritate even his fellow witches of the School of the Wolf. Whatever his vices, it went without saying that Lambert would brave the fires of any hell for his companions. Vesemir. Vesemir was the oldest living member of the Wolf School and most likely the oldest witcher of any school on the continent. About as long in years as the runes of Caermorn themselves, and though eternally complaining about his creaky bones, this master of the witcher trade gave no doubt thought to a well-deserved retirement. Grey but still spry, he continued to ply the monster hunting trade into his golden years, effectively too, as he'd seen more beasts than all his students put together. A harsh and demanding instructor in Geralt's youth, over the years he had become something of an adopted father and mentor to the other witches, always ready to help with sage advice and steady hands. In the spring of 1272, when our story begins, Vesemir had joined Geralt on his search for Yennefer, trekking with him through war-ravaged Temeria. And last but not least, it's dear Yennefer of Vengerberg. The witches first met the raven-haired sorceress a good 20 years back. Their friendship and the feelings between them were born of common adventure involving a genie and a wish granted to Geralt that intertwined their fates inextricably. In the time since then, their relationship had, however, been quite stormy, rich in ups and downs, crises and breakups. Well, that is an understatement. Geralt and Yennefer's love provides irrefutable proof of the thesis that opposites attract. A few years ago, Geralt and Yennefer had, after a long separation, full of adventures for them both, gotten back together again. Their moment of repose was interrupted by the wild hunt, which took Yennefer captive. The Witcher set out at once to save her, but lost his memory while doing so. When he finally recovered it, he immediately set off once more on his quest to find his beloved sorceress. That was a lot. But now we know about the main characters for those who are not so familiar with it. So let's jump on Roach and continue to the small town, because we heard about an inn where we might find out more about the whereabouts of Yennefer. And yes, the unicorn. Dandelion spared us with details.
Griffin this close to the village. Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In the forest or the mountains, sure, but here, near the main road.
Doesn't that look beautiful?
Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard, and we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
Populated areas. You are nearing village. Don't disturb the peace. Remember, town guards and hired watchmen won't tolerate theft and also won't look kindly on you accosting others. Local residents often erect notice boards near settlements such as villages and cities. These are marked on your map. Examine them to learn about contracts, work for witches, and local happenings. Rocky, behave now.
I think those plums are wreaking havoc on that.
Slow now.
You are playing with Frosty's imagination there, Rocky.
What?
Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
So we learn a little bit about the trouble of the common folk of the war. And I think the game really does a great job of showing you how plagued the normal people are with the war.
Drink with Weaverlost freaks.
Don't really have a direct connection to any of the sides, but just get basically fucked over by either side.
Pardon for those thugs.
No need.
Have to deal with the consequences.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's
More
prowling
a-holes.
about.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Etheles, calm down, calm down.
The pleasure.
We will deal
One
with them.
mean beast.
Mean? Light way for a hunter to put it. Clawed Lena so bad, poor thing's 1 foot in the grave. But does no good to wallow in misfortune. How can I be of service?
With a drop of vodka for me.
And you? Something to wet your tongue?
Well, there's most likely something to wet Geralt's tongue. Let's first talk, though.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Is there a contract out on the Griffin?
There a contract on that Griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the aldermen don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord.
She did say
So
that
no
to Geralt,
contract.
and no worry,
Shame.
Athelas, I will protect
We
your
might have
Geralt.
done something,
What is
not
the
for
horse
free.
doing outside? Did you guys see that? Let's see if I can see that again when I talk to her.
Looking
Look-
for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses
Keep
in
an eye
black
out
and
for
white,
the window.
riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to
Look
forget
at that
this one.
horse.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Okay, but we can have a look at
Show me what you
her
got behind the counter.
inventory. And there we see the most important things in the whole game. Gwent cards. There it is. I do have some money, but I'm not sure if I want to spend it already on Gwent cards. Because I will in the future. That I can promise you, but I'm not sure if I should do it right now. I think for now thank you, Sashi, for the clip. Also reminds me that if you want to enter the clips competition, you can do so by clipping something that you might find interesting or funny, and then post that in my Discord channel, Clips of the Month. Also wasn't there for the beginning of the stream, so if you said anything about it, I missed it. But do you have and will you play the DLC? Yes, I will. I have all the DLCs, everything in there, and I already played them as well. But of course we will get there. It will take some time, as you might know, Rocky, until we get there, but I will play the DLCs in their entirety as well. So yeah, there is really enough Witcher content in the future, I think.
Thanks for everything.
I got fairly quick through the first 2 games. I mean, it took me 4 months, but for 2 long games, that's not too bad. But I think Witcher 3 might take maybe
that
about as much as I spend for both
then I'll ask about Yennefer.
games combined.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Just
more.
remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Exactly, Rocky. I would argue. I would argue that Blood and Wine is the best DLC in gaming history. Just putting that out there.
Yes? What is it, Wolf?
Let's talk to Vesemir a little bit more.
Realize it's been half a year since we hunted down that fiend in Varun?
Yes. Well, that was more than a fiend. What was that bastard's name? Drugan? May the soil lie light upon him. Things used to be simpler. Monsters were bad, humans good.
Oh, you haven't seen Blood and Wine.
Everything's all confused.
Used to be exactly the same. You've just forgotten.
Do well not to point up my age. You're near a century old yourself.
Yeah, Blood and Wine, it's like... I thought about it recently. It's like Blood and Wine to The Witcher 3 as the main game is kind of like it was back in the day with Assassin's Creed 2 was really, really good and really big. And then the next game was, I think, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which was basically the same game, just playing in Rome. And it kind of is like that Blood and Wine may as well have been a game on their own if it would have been developed by another company. But I agree that although Heart of Stone is a bit shorter, Athelas, the story itself is really good, and especially the character in the DLC are amazing. Welcome to the stream, Astarcy. How are you today?
See you later, Vesemir.
So I am really looking forward to the DLCs, but also the long road towards them, because that sets it up perfectly. One thing I am not sure about is in which order I tackle the late game. Like, I don't want to do any major spoilers here, but like, as you guys who played the game know, it's like a very certain moment where things change a lot. And I'm not sure in which order I will do that, if I do that first and then go to the DLCs, or if I do the DLCs right before the end or a little bit earlier, because it also changes some of the dialogues, and there are some unique dialogue options if you do things in certain orders. That's nice to hear that you're good, Astarcy. Yes, I started hating that main character in Heart of Stone, but eventually started caring for him. Yeah, I know what you mean. And welcome, Violet Carter. Welcome to the stream, to you as well. Let's talk to the peasants, though.
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet. Out of my face, freak, for your breath sours my beer.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Option marked with the axis sign will make us use the Axie sign. This sign influences people's minds and causing them to act according to your will. To charm more stubborn individuals who would otherwise resist during a conversation, invest in the delusion ability of a character panel. We will certainly do that. Let's do the finger wag.
Seen her? Talk.
Folks say the lady rode through the village a few days back. Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which way did she go?
Dunno. Lots of tracks leading
Alright,
off the main
Seshi,
road.
thank you for stopping by though. Have a good day.
Oi, people! The
Hope
freak's
to
taken
see you
Micah's mind!
soon around.
And I'll take your tongue
around
if you don't
soon.
shut up.
That's the way you speak. I probably should have put up a multi-stream link for Luckless and I, since we're both playing The Witcher. Well, depending on how long he will take to finish God of War and then return to The Witcher 3, I might remember doing that the next time.
There are 4 factions.
My Garrett is sexier than Luckless's Garrett. That is the most important info. That is the only thing I was going for.
There are also
The Star
special
Seeds.
cards.
Thank you.
Wouldn't you rather play War? It's like to be near dawn before you get your gaming with noggin.
Let's take care of
What
the
a
real
waste
business
of
here.
time. The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia. Witcher, with tenure. I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not.
Gwent,
Unlike
exactly.
the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Oh, Crafty streaming as well, Violet Carter. I didn't know that, so probably could. I remember when Black Mordecai did like a crazy six stream, multi-stream link or something like that, and was watching 6 streams at the time. That would have melted my mind. Tell me more about the Horsewoman of War.
Horsewoman of War? What's that about?
Folks say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest
I like
me, not
Geralt's
fairy
dry
tales.
humor. I wish I would have some of that.
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar.
Yeah.
Take it you're
Strange
fleeing
place.
the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Oh, they're what's the name? Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, I think. I saw a little bit, or not only a little bit, I saw most of their party stream on Sunday, I think. But I was just not talking much in chat. They were a really good team. I remember watching when Odd played it, and let's say I feel like those two did a way better job. And welcome Winter to the stream. Thank you for reassuring me about the game looks. How are you today, Winter? Go back to your books. Yeah, let's be a bit snarky here. Don't forget to pick up the 2 Viper swords. I will certainly do.
Interesting.
Sarah,
I
awesome.
need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners and generals making moving speeches, but rape, violence, and thoughtless
I'm not sure if
cruelty.
Odd
I see
played
you lack
the game with
polish of the
Luckless, though.
Academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's course. Trinkets on the garment of conflict, one might say.
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down.
Did war make it to Novigrad yet?
War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other, drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
Well, farewell.
Gotta go. So long.
Question mark?
You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
Oh,
no.
Am I familiar with Gwent?
But the rules are quite simple. Come,
finally.
let's play.
Now the real game starts. I'm okay getting flat in order, getting rid of some stuff, rearranging a bit. Oh, okay. Thanks for stopping by anyway, Winterbong, if you're rearranging stuff. I take it you plan on doing that one thing in relation to the previous game. The one thing? I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean the like the simulation of an imported save? Or not sure what you mean, Rocky. Okay, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Why not?
Splendid. Here's how it's done.
I don't need a Gwent tutorial, but okay, now here's the thing. If I press no, can I still play Gwent? Or is it will it cancel the Gwent game because I do want to play Gwent?
You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berry star, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
Thank you very much for the subscription, Violet Carter, and welcome to the Acolytes. Now you can use that panda as much as you want. Spam some pandas in chat for Violet Carter. Sarah Austin saying, yes, I can. Great. Nice. Okay. It's been a while since I played the vanilla version of Gwent. I played a little bit of Gwent online. I think I can put one out of that. For now, put that out. Okay, I have one unit card to view. Lots of pandas, and put Yarpen in just because we had such a great time in the second Witcher with him. And as you can see, I changed, that is one of the Witcher notifications I changed. To a degree, because Luckless stole my notification sound for the subscription, so I needed a new one. Spam what you got. Exactly, Venturebong. If you don't have a panda, you can spam anything else as well. Get some hype going. Okay, I think I'm ready. Okay, lots of level 1 units. Don't like that. A spy card, most important thing in the game. Yeah, let's throw those out. Haipu! Okay, so first round. Let's play the spy card. Get some additional cards here. Oh, there's an Astar's dock. Okay. And now I will pass the first round. And then we will wreck them from the second round forward. A puppy, yay! Puppy and Ponders. Okay. Let's put this guy here. Probably will pass, I would assume, yeah. So now I can put in Vess, who we didn't see much of in The Witcher 2, quite literally, by the way. Oh, that Witcher music. That Witcher music. So, let's play Yarpen. Rhine Farm, I think. Let's also bring Sheldon Skaggs, another companion from the last Witcher. Puttgarmer. I think a character from the books. Kira Metz. We may or may not meet her along the way. Gwent! Yes, Ventremont, exactly. Oh no, we're doomed. Let's put on some ballistas or trebuchets or both. We have both. Can you imagine that? We have both ballistas and trebuchets, but no fishing colleges. Fisherman colleges, I think it was, right? I think the thing I was most happy about in the Blood and Wine DLC is that they added a new Gwent quest. So that was pretty nice. Oh, we are losing. Or are we? Surprise, surprise. We won our first game. What a victory. Victory achieved!
Well. You've a knack for this game. If you ever find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Steppe.
It was very hard,
A simple innkeep
Sarah
by
also.
trade,
You should
a
know that
true
this is the
maester
hardest
when it
game
comes
in
to
the
Gwent.
game.
I'll remember that. Thanks.
Only professional Gwent players can beat him first try. And we got a book, The Miraculous Guide to Gwent. This is, by the way, something they changed with the patch, like a quick menu for the books you pick up, which I really like. It's a good addition. So, the tome you hold in your hands, commissioned by the most gracious Duke de Berry, shall make use of magic most arcane to display which Gwent cards are currently missing from your collection. You need but open it and repeat in your mind, how about a round of Gwent? And the following shall appear. So this is basically to track the Gwent quest of collecting all cards. And the more cards we collect, the numbers change. So for now, we're missing 52 cards in Velen, 35 in Novigrad, 28 in Skellige, 7 in White Orchard, 1 in the Royal Palace of Vizima, 1 in Carmarthen, and number of new cards which can still be won from players of no particular renown or skill, 47. Remember to always check every vendor for Gwent cards. Exactly, that's the most important thing. And here's Yennefer's letter that we heard of earlier. So it says, Dear friend, Byrne, forgive me for not asking about your health or how you have been these last years. Time is very short. I have important news. We must meet and soon. Ride to Willoughby near Vizima and don't spare the horses. While I do eagerly await our reunion, I won't be able to wait eagerly or otherwise very long. Your dear friend, Yennefer. P.S. I still have the unicorn. Yeah, they did refer to Duke de Berry? Duke de Berry? I'm not sure. Yeah, quest update, collect them all, that's that. Can also here check the books we pick up. Already did that. That's a cow! Or is it a unicorn? On the first look, it looked like a cow, I'm pretty sure, but now I realize it's a unicorn. Okay, let's talk to this Gaunter fella. I wonder if he will play a role down the road. I don't know. Yeah, like a mad cow, exactly.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone.
Probably won't
and
see him
not just
again.
any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies.
2 schnapsies.
It'll lift your spirits.
Sure, let's have a drink.
Fine, I'll have a drink. Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
So, who might you be?
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gaunter O'Dim, at your service.
Vagrant. That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
We need a book reference counter. Butcher of Blaviken, of course a reference to the book and to one of the short stories. You know who I am?
Recognize me from Master Dandelion's ballads too?
To your health.
So, let's cut to the chase. Where's Yennefer?
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
None of your business.
None of your business.
Yes. As a vagrant, I deserve no explanation.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you appeared, it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
A Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with the garrison commander and raced off.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
All the foreshadowing.
We men of the road
Won't go
must
into
stick
it though.
together.
For now.
Perhaps one day I'll be in trouble and you'll be nearby to help.
Yeah, maybe. That would be a coincidence, wouldn't it? And I only noticed it now. He just disappeared. So Geralt turned around and during the cutscene he disappeared already. That's a nice little detail. That's a nice little detail. That probably means nothing, right? Let's also... that is one of my old saves. Oh, I think I like filled all the save files. Oh well, let's override something. And that's about it. Yes, Athelas, probably better not forget this encounter. For some reason.
Done drinking?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then fuck off.
Well, I can't if you
Don't want your kind here.
are in my way. So... Well...
Haven't done anything to you.
We can
so
actually
just calm
bomb.
down.
Fuck him up!
Of course no. You done nothing.
Horson's working witchcraft. Get him!
So that's now the hardest part in the game starts, the fist fighting. Because that is probably where I died the most doing fist fights in The Witcher 3. Oh, what a counter. Oh, the kick to the face and the left hook finishes it while he is still... He's sitting down. He has a good time.